Over this past season, I've grown somewhat of a reputation as a Jalen Hurts hater. I don't see it, but I constantly see it in the comments and in all my videos and all the live streams. Always is Joe, you're such a hater. Why don't you believe in Jalen Hurts? Well, this upcoming slate of games may be exactly what the doctor ordered. Maybe this is when I change my opinion. So let's talk about it. What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Joe Castro, aka Philly Fresco, and it is Philly the podcast. So today we are going to talk about these games coming up. Obviously, we have the Giants this Sunday, then we have the Washington football team again, and then we have the Dallas Cowboys, the hated team in the NFC East, who may be able to just, take over the NFC East this Sunday, but that's a whole nother topic. Before we get into what I want to talk about, be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe. Maybe not hit the like yet. Maybe you won't like this video, but if you rock with me, you'll probably like the video. So just hit the like either way. We are on the road to 3K, so appreciate all the support getting there. Be sure to hit that subscribe, tell your friends, all that. So yeah, let's get into this, man. Let me shut up. So the Philadelphia Eagles have everything in front of them. If they win out, they most likely can make the playoffs. Obviously, barring some craziness happening, I'm sure there's some scenarios where they don't make the playoffs, but in my eyes, everything's in front of them, right? Starts this Sunday. The guy that everybody, I've talked about with in depth, because I feel like the quarterback position is the most important position in sports. I've said that, numerous occasions, numerous times, been quoted on that. So I think it is within my duties, within my responsibility of this channel, right? You guys watch me, whether it's for entertainment or whether it's for my honest opinion. And my honest opinion, I feel I give it every week with him. So that has been turned into hate, but it's not. It really is not. I've seen it up and down from Jalen Hurts. What I want to see, and I can see it these last 4 weeks, is what happens when the lights are on. These to me are playoff games, and in Nick Sirianni's eyes and in the rest of the team's eyes and staff, obviously, I feel this should be looked at and played as if these are playoff games. So I am looking at Jalen Hurts and seeing what type of decision making you're making in these big games where one mistake can send you home. At any given moment, your season can end once you get to these type of games. Obviously, if we lose this game against the Giants, the season's not over, but mathematically you probably don't make the playoffs, like yada yada, right? So at the end of the day, you have to play every game like it's your last out. I really do feel like Jalen Hurts has shown flashes this season. I feel like Jalen Hurts has had games where I've sat here and said, look, this is the guy I've been hoping that we got, forever, and there's been games that I look at and I'm like, is this who you guys are willing to die on a hill for? There's been two different Jalen Hurtses. Jalen Hurts overall statistically has not had a bad year, has had a pretty good year, right? If you really want to look at it as his rookie year, his first full season as a starter is what I look at it as, and his second year as a pro. But either way, his first full year as a starter has went decently well. I won't say that he's carried this team, but I also don't think that he's hindered this team as much as, game to game it might feel like, and I might make it seem like. Jalen Hurts is a decent player. Jalen Hurts is a heck of an athlete. Jalen Hurts is an incredible athlete. But as a quarterback, there are areas that he lacks in. But a quarterback is built on moments like these. So going into these last 3 or 4 games, I think it's 3 games now, going into these last games, this is where you can prove me wrong. This is where you can shut me up. This is where, men are made. This is where you can go out there and say, I might have been going through some learning curves. I might have hit some bumps, and I still might be going through some learning curves and hitting some bumps. But when the lights are on and when the situation matters, I'm not going to put my team in a position that they cannot be in. So that comes down to, going back to some of his worst decisions, some of his less, desirable plays, and looking at that and saying, how can I fix this moving forward? So I'm going to be just as critical on Jalen Hurts. I'm going to be probably more critical on Jalen Hurts. And I'm not going to sit here and say, and I know probably people want to say, thought I was going to come on here and be like, oh, I don't hate Hurts, Hurts. Look, I respect what Hurts is, and I hope he is our quarterback. I hope he is that guy, because that opens up the future for the Philadelphia Eagles. But I think, and I implore a lot of Philadelphia Eagles fans to take this approach to these next coming games. It doesn't mean that you're hating the guy. Look at what he is and make a real honest opinion on whether or not that's the guy you want moving forward. Our decision doesn't really matter. It comes down to Jalen. It comes down to Howie Roseman. It comes down to this, organization and what they want to do moving forward. But I feel like they're going to give him another year. And I think as fans, we have to be understanding that that's what's most likely going to happen. But we also have to be able to understand where his reign is, so we can start, seeing what his sunshine is, right? We have to see where his weakness is so we can understand his strengths. And we know right now that his weaknesses are in the passing game. So when he can get that better, and when he can consistently get that better, I think the sky's the limit for this kid. So look, like I said, I know a lot of times people like to make it sound like hate. People say that you're not believing in your own guys. You're not, having your team's back. You're a fake fan. I see a lot of times. I don't believe any of that. I believe that if you want to be an informed fan, you look at the game with an open lens. You look at it without any type of bias. Do I like Jalen Hurts? Do I think that it's fun to watch him play when he's able to make these running plays? Do I think that he handles the media very well? Do I think that he's a good leader? Yes, to all those things. But I also do understand, where he lacks, and I do understand the business of football and the game of football, and how that can hinder his growth and how that can hinder his opportunity as the franchise quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles. So I'm not hating. I don't think anybody's really, obviously there's people that are hating, but I don't think anybody's really hating to point out his flaws. And I don't think that this last game was a game that you can point out those flaws, right? So you look at that, and it works both ways. So when you win, you win, and if you lose, you lose. But you always have to look at your players with an open eye, with an open lens, and be realistic. Be honest about what you see and what you want to see moving forward. At the end of the day, we all have different, perspectives, all have different, views on what this Philadelphia Eagles team can be. But right now, the lights are on, Jalen. And if you ever want me to shut up, which I probably won't, I'm going to nitpick everybody. It is what it is. I'm going to nitpick everybody. I don't care if we had Tom Brady as our quarterback. I'm going to nitpick everybody. It is what it is. That's how I am. And that's how I'm going to probably remain. I think that it's a gift and a curse, right? I get to look in depth and really give my opinion without, being too biased on either player or team, wise as it goes. But my only bias is to see the Philadelphia Eagles play the best players and have the best team out on the field and have the best results. That's all. That's the only, agenda or narrative that I want to see run. That's it. I want to see my Philadelphia Eagles win games. I want to see them play the best football that they can. I like the growth that I've seen from this team overall. I like the growth individually that I've seen from Jalen Hurts. But like I said, this last couple games, I'm going to be more critical than ever. Every snap counts. Every play matters. And I think as Philadelphia Eagles fans, that's what makes us special. That's what makes us a different fan base, because we look at football as football, and we don't just look at our players and say, hey, he wears a green jersey, so he's the best player in the world. We're honest, right? We're honest, unless it comes down to some certain people. Like, don't talk to me about Brian Dawkins. He's the best safety that's ever played. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me about Reggie White. He's the best defensive lineman that ever played. Don't talk to me about certain players. I'll admit that. You know what I'm saying? But moving forward, I'm trying to be honest about these guys that we got. So you guys let me know what you're thinking in these comments, man. What is it that you want to see from this team? What is it you want to see from Jalen individually? Do you think that I'm too hard on Jalen? Do you understand what I'm trying to say now? A lot of questions. Pick one, I guess, and answer it the best. Answer it the best you can. But shout out to everybody that was in the live earlier, man. That was a lot of fun. But other than that, y'all know what it is, man. It is Fly Eagles Fly, and we are out here. Peace!
Everywhere, this is for
Yeah.
you.
Fly Eagles flying on the team. Touchdown. Time to get Jalen this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a bird gang nation, baby. It's a Philly thing. Hater, and you looking like you type trash. I'm just here cool on Philly the podcast. And we can call a man dog or watch Miles score off the Waxing like Sean, hunting like Randall. Season head, early time to do 'em in. Your boy Philly Fresco, thanks for tuning in.